forget that part. Live on Facebook.
Not live now, 2-3 minutes after.
That's fine. We're live.
On Facebook?
Yeah. We are live. All right, all right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All right, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. As-salatu was-salam ala ashraf al-mursaleen, Sayyidina Muhammad, Khatim al-Anbiya'i wal-Mursaleen. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome, welcome in this session 5, new session 5 of our Earnable Muslim challenge, inshallah. I hope you guys have taken great lessons, great benefit, great value from it. We're super excited to have you here, and thank you for sharing with us your time, your energy, and your effort. And I hope, inshallah, this is very beneficial to you. Again, this is session 5. We're going to go in 4 minutes. Yeah, we're going to go live, or we're going to start in 4 minutes. Waiting a little bit on some people to join us, and hopefully stream on Facebook as well. I decided to go a little earlier this time, just because last time we were kind of little off and I forgot to record it from my Zoom. So I'm like, okay, I better kind of do all the steps before we get started, inshallah. So I hope everybody's doing well. You had a great time reflecting on everything you guys have been hearing, listening, and reflection is really important, because if you do not start with asking yourself this kind of questions, it's really hard to find the proper answers. And I know that it was a little bit too much when we talked about, for instance, your perfect avatar. But again, I go back to saying you don't have to apply everything in there. Just see really what suits you and what works best for you. What those outlines are meant to do is really to clearly push you into understanding who is your customer, being crystal clear about who are the people you serve. And more importantly, as we all sit wandering through life, what we are good at and what we can do, and it's like, oh my God, I don't really know much that I can sell or that people can benefit. That's a wrong statement, because really, if you start exploring your inner skills, your inner soul, you're going to find that you have a lot of wealth, a lot of skills that you can turn into a business that other people can benefit from. And then somebody actually said once in front of me something that really meant a lot. He said that Allah gave you these skills and these gifts that somebody out there is waiting to receive. So by you not sharing your knowledge, your skills, your gifts, you're preventing them from benefiting from you. There is somebody out there. There are some people out there who are waiting for your message, for your life, for your voice to be able to impact them and change their lives. So whatever you have, see where is your fit. Where do you feel like you can really excel, you can really perform well, you can really make a difference, and then just go for it. But identify what these skills are and take them out to the world and make a difference in your community, with your faith-based people, whoever you want to impact. You're the mothers who are like you staying at home, the entrepreneurs who are struggling, the teachers, anybody out there is in need of your skills, is in need of your voice and your push, in a way, your motivation, inshallah. So try to think about that your gift is also a gift for other people that you can share with them to impact them and make a difference. So without any further ado, we're going to start with our session 5. And today we're going to be talking about how to sell. So kind of little recap about what we spoke about since the beginning. So on day one, we talked about abundant mindset, and I go back to saying I can go weeks and weeks and weeks just talking about abundant mindset, because this is so, so essential. And this is so pivotal in people's life that really it can swing them one way or the other. It's really that moment where you gain awareness of who you are and what you want to become. Everything changes, and you then realize that the limit is the sky in what you can accomplish in this life. And then number two, on day two, we talked about the unique expertise. Unfortunately, we come from backgrounds sometimes where not many people have taken interest in really what we do, what we like, what we're passionate about, what we are good at. And then we go through life just following this rhythm, this cycle of life, without really stopping and pausing and asking ourselves deep questions. This is really a great opportunity, especially with COVID-19 and the fact that we're stuck at home and we're not doing the much activity that normally we would do. There is not as much noise. There is not as much distraction. So I saw actually the pandemic, this whole lockdown, a time for me just to pause and reflect and really start really pulling out some of the things that really matter to me that normally I would not have accessed. So take always time to pause through your prayers, through your meditation, reflect on who you are at really what matters to you, because this is when you will exactly find the things that matter to you and the things that will help you be successful, be passionate, and make a difference, and also build wealth, inshallah. So day three, we talk about the avatar, and I know that I gave you a lot of information about who should be or what you should know about your perfect avatar, your perfect customer. And again, it's really meant to help you build the best picture you can about the people you are reaching out to, give them an offer. And then, of course, we talked on day four about the irresistible offer. And we actually gave you an irresistible offer through this mastermind club to join for you, inshallah. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. That's what we call an irresistible offer. You want to create more value that people are paying for. Always, always think this way. Anytime you want to approach somebody to sell, to present them with something, what you have to think always is like, how am I going to give them more value than what they pay, right? And this is what we call irresistible offer. It's just like a combination, a compilation of some things that when people see it, they see the value is higher than the cost. And this is where people do not hesitate about really committing to that, just because they know what they're getting out of what they are getting from you is more than what they're paying for. So today we're going to be talking about different models that you can launch your business. And then Arshad will go through different things with different things that you guys need to do and take into consideration when you do think about a business. And then on Friday, inshallah, we're going to talk about the value ladder. And then this 7-day will be a wrap up. So session 5 will cover getting to fast action with our 30-day launch program or strategies, the 4 proven launch models that we're going to be talking about, how to sell, again, irresistible offer. The virtual summit is really a cool way to get your knowledge and your skills out there and get known, become known in the market, go from anyone that doesn't know you to everybody knowing you, because you are matching yourself with other people out there who are known in the market. Then leverage the power of resourcing up to guarantee your achievement or achieving your goals. And then we're going to finish with the fast action sheet. All right. So again, we have been through this. You need to play out to get, make money, accelerate your success, and then build a sense of community through the Facebook group. This is our fast action sheet for session 4. So I hope some of you have done the homework. I saw a couple that I received on my messenger. So if you want to share this on the group, I think that would be better, because the idea really is to motivate each other and to create this momentum and this excitement when people share information. And also think about it this way, like sometimes somebody does not even understand how they can tackle the activity or the exercise. So by seeing somebody else do it and then posting on the Facebook group, what it gives them kind of a model or a template to look into. It's like, oh, okay, it's not as difficult as I thought it would be. So by you doing the work together and sharing the work, each other, you know, from one another, you guys are learning from one another. And this is a very important aspect of growth for entrepreneurs, is that they surround themselves with like-minded people, and it helps one help another to learn and grow. So think about it this way: when you share any activity that you do on Facebook group, that helps other people see what others are thinking about and how they're approaching the problems and how they're answering, and it becomes more tangible, more understandable to them. So share your knowledge and your skills again. We're going to talk about the power of the irresistible offer, and it's time to grow your business online. And I'm going to have Mr. Arshad take it from here.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. In order to launch your business online successfully, we need 4 activities that we need to focus on. And every business almost needs these activities, like how to drive traffic to your product or service online, and how to convert those visitors into customers using high converting sales funnels, and how to increase the average cart value of a customer, and how to increase the lifetime value of a customer. So let me explain. With the traffic, I mean, like you will decide initially whether you want to do some organic marketing, which we call grassroots marketing, or you want to start with the Facebook ads, or you want to start with the Google ads, YouTube ads. So you can decide your traffic source of where you want to start. And normally in the real scenario, normally we drive traffic to our website. But the problem with the website is website has like a lot of menus, a lot of description we have mentioned, a lot of things we are offering on our page. So actually the customer didn't know like what we are selling. The concept of the sales funnel is, it is a step-by-step process to maximize your revenue. And it is very focused and very targeted to attract customers. So they specifically talk about a certain product on a sales funnel page. So that's why it is converting a lot, and it is work very well with the Facebook ad or Google ad, because it's the quality of that page is very high, because you are specifically talking to your customers. So once you have the good traffic, then you need to analyze how you can convert those traffic, those visitors into a customer. And how you will do that? You need to have an irresistible offer, and then you need to have a high converting sales funnel. So let me give you an example of real life. Like in the case of McDonald's, they normally give you a very irresistible offer. They normally display it a billboard or something, so you are tricked with that offer, and then you go inside. So once you go inside, you become their customer. So they actually convert you into customer. So the third thing what they are doing, normally they increase the average cart value of a customer. So when you buy the burger, so they ask you, you are going to buy a Pepsi or Coke with it, or chips with it, or some additional product. So if, for example, you are paying to like $10, so additionally they can sell you some more products for, let's say, $30, $50. So the average cart value of a customer increase in that case. And how to increase the lifetime value of a customer? So normally you visit McDonald's several times in a year, so they actually increase the lifetime value of a customer. and we will be talking about how to increase the lifetime value of a customer in the session 6, where we will talk about how to create your value ladder, how to create your low ticket offer, your mid ticket offer, your high ticket offer. So we will explain all those in the upcoming session. And there are 5 elements of high converting sales funnel. You need to have a great irresistible offer. You can see we have created our offer, and you just read it to understand it, how to create an irresistible offer. So we have created an irresistible offer, and just read it to understand, like we need to have a great sales copy of the funnel. So just read it to understand how to write a great sales copy, and you need to have a great design of the funnel. So look the design of our funnel, so you will understand how to design a good funnel, and you will position yourself in the marketplace. How you can
And then I'm gonna say quickly something here, talking about the irresistible offer, Arshad. Somebody, one of our mentors actually said something, that sometimes when you make an irresistible offer, if it doesn't make you uncomfortable, that it's not good enough. You know, like you put a package together that as a business, as an entrepreneur, you look at it and it's like, oh my God, I am really giving out so much. And that discomfort that you're feeling, like I am putting all this package and all I'm asking for this little money, this is what we call the discomfort of the entrepreneur giving out or creating this irresistible offer, because that discomfort on your end is that what's going to make the offer really is irresistible to the client and the customer when they look at it, and it's like, oh wow, this is really interesting for me. So that's what I wanted to say. It's like, yeah, it has to make you uncomfortable, because you are putting something fantastic for the customer with a lots of value and benefit.
And that's why you asked me, we will be giving away that much thing, and I told you.
I know, yeah, I remember. I'm like, oh my God, what do we have left? This is way too much. And you're like, that's what we call a irresistible offer. I'm like, okay, let's go for it then.
And then you will position your offer in the marketplace, and then you have to have some trust factor. And if you can see our offer, we have presented some of our customer reviews of our past customers. So you have to present your trust factor as well. Next slide. And there are 5 principles in order to build high converting sales funnel. So you will start always with creating your sales page, where you can present your offer. Like in case of our offer, we have created a sales page where you can read our offer, what you are going to get. And you need to have, number 2, a sales presentation, which will be in the form of video sales letter, which Shaba already make a very short video. And the next is like, we can create a webinar. Webinar is like a 60-minute to 90-minute, a big presentation, where you can present your offer in a very detailed way, so people can understand it and they can buy your offer. And the third asset is like the traffic asset. You need to decide whether you want to start with the paid ads like Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, or any paid ad platform that you want to use. You want to start with the search engine optimization, which normally takes a lot of time to build. And you can start with email marketing or organic Facebook marketing. So you can decide about it. So for example, if you are thinking about paid ads, so you need to create pictures, you need to create the short videos, you need to come up with the sales copy all in advance. So it's like the traffic assets, we call it. And the fourth is the delivery asset, like how you will deliver your service. For example, you are deciding we are offering something to you. So now the fourth step is how you will deliver that service. You need to create a course for that. Like if we offer you a mastermind program, So we need to create a course every month for you. So it's like the delivery assets. And the 5 is the follow-up assets. Like you need to create the email sequences for your customer. You need to create the retargeting sequences. If somebody didn't buy in the first phase, so then you can retarget them with retargeting ads or email marketing. And there are some common mistakes people are making, like they are putting too much time on the delivery assets. Like normally they create their course, putting a lot of hours in creating a course without building the selling assets first. So in our case, we have make our selling assets first. In our funnel, if you can see, we create a sales page and we create a VSL first. So it's like you can validate your offer in advance before creating any assets in advance or delivery assets. And the second mistake people are making, they are putting so much time on the delivery assets before validating their offer in the marketplace. And sometimes they didn't think about it, the follow-up sequence. Like always in the funnel world, in the online space, always the real money is in the back end. Like the front end is just normally on the break even, but actual money can be made in the back end. Like once you got some leads, so then you can then you need to sell your additional products to them. So in order to increase the average cart value of a customer and in order to increase the lifetime value of a customer. And some people give up too early, like they build their, for example, their delivery asset or sales page, and they try to sell it, but sometimes they are unable to do that with the organic marketing and they just give up. But they haven't tested with the paid ads, because with the paid ads, you need to test a different angles in order to attract your target customer. And you need to try a different angle, do different testing. So with paid ads, normally you can do very well and you can get some customer very fast.
And the other thing that I want to add here with regard to, you know, when you have, because you will really want to approach everything you do with, I want to impact people, I want to add value. Once you add value, people will be coming or turning into your perfect customer. However, sometimes you can make offers and people don't end up buying. So if that happens, you need to really still keep adding value to them. Just because somebody doesn't buy, you're not going to be like, I'm done, you know, I'm not going to give them any, because you are all about impacting people and adding value. And that should never stop. It's just that some circumstances are different, you know, in terms of converting them and the right circumstances and things like that. So if somebody doesn't, you make them an offer and they don't buy, keep adding value to them and making a difference. So now we're going to be talking about the launch models, or some of the launch models. The first one is the grassroots. And we talked a lot about the grassroots because this is usually something that you do for free. It doesn't really cost you any money. So you promote yourself to what we call your warm market people, you already know, or people in your circle. A good example actually is how we launched this challenge, Arshad and I. We didn't pay for any Facebook ads. We didn't pay for any marketing. We didn't pay for anything. What we did is really, we promoted it into our circle. You know, I was very lucky that a lot of people from the Pakistani community have been interviewing me, for instance. So I appeared on 6 or 7 platforms where I was reaching out to people and talking about this project. I did send it to a couple of friends of mine who posted it and sent it through their emails. And also I talked about it, and I'm sure you noticed, those of you who are friends on Facebook, that I did talk about it anywhere while cleaning my driveway, we're going on the beach, just like anywhere I am, I was promoting this venue. And this is how people joined and heard of it. So we did not pay any Facebook ads or marketing, because we wanted to test it this way. We wanted to use our warm market or our grassroots just to see how it's going to go. For us, it was more building a connection and trying a product and a service out there. So we wanted to try it this way. So this is a good example for you guys. If you have a product or a service that you want to launch, you can definitely do it the way we did it, just reach out to your community. Another actually wonderful pathway for your grassroots marketing. I do volunteer a lot of non-profit organizations. And what I did is I just sent them the flyer and they post it to their community. And usually they have like 4,000 followers. So if you do know connectors, people in the community who know a lot of other people, these are their targets. So you need to reach out to them and say, hey, you know what? I have this service, I have this product, I have this amazing things coming up. Do you mind posting a flyer with a little, description of what it is? Whether it's paid or not paid, really, it's not a big deal. So now if you are asking somebody to promote a service or a product where there is money involved, you may want to tell them, like, for instance, the nonprofit organizations, they rely a lot on donations. And I had a deal one time with one of the organizations here in Florida where they did promote something for me. And I told them anything that this service bring in from your way, I will give you 20% out of the revenue. So this is a good way because they are nonprofit. They rely on, donations. So this is a win-win situation for them. They put you out there, they market you. And then for you, if you get any customer from their way, then give them 20% or whatever your heart desires, you feel comfortable, because at the end of the day, we go back again to being Muslims, and our heart is on sadaqah and charity and helping, good causes and stuff like that. And we have to have that intention of giving what our heart feels comfortable giving, because at the end of the day, we want this sadaqah to be accepted by Allah, and it's not going to be accepted unless it's really from the heart. And so if you're comfortable, I'm very comfortable donating 20% of everything, just because that's, I think, the 1/5. My life is divided in 1/5, and that's how I operate. But if you want to give like 5% or even whatever it is that you're comfortable, that's good as well. But think about it this way, that when you try to get yourself out there, when you connect with nonprofit organizations that again operate within the halal foundation, like this organization that I work with, are all faith-based. They're all working for the empowerment and the empowering of Muslims in America, and the human rights in America and civil rights in America for the Muslim community. So it's something that I feel very aligned with. I'm not going to be donating money to some other groups that I don't feel like their mission aligns with my values. So this is also something that you guys need to look at, that you have to find groups that really mirror your faith, your goals, your vision in life. And this is where you want to put your money. This is where you want to put your time, your heart, because at the end of the day, it's all about ibadah, and ibadah needs to follow those who praise Allah and follow the same mission in a way. So keep that in mind. So the grassroots launch and application funnel, and I'm going to have Arshad talk about it as well.
Yeah, the first step is you create your irresistible offer, and then the second step, like in the offer, like normally you will present what they will get, like the feature of the offer, like the offer stake that we have present in our offer. There need to have some urgency, and there you will present the call to action when like the next step in the offer, you will present that as well. And the second step is like you can reach out to your warm market, those you already know, like, and trust you, the KLT factor. So once the people already know you, so normally they see your offer and they can resonate with your offer, and some of them will become your customers. And then once somebody wants to join your offer, so then you can build an application funnel for them where they can see the funnel, and then there is a button in the bottom, like they can click on it to join that offer. So then they drag to a calendar where they can book a call with you, and then you can talk with them and to understand their goals, desires, struggles. And once they are the right fit for your offer, so then normally they can be your customer for the long term. So it's like you can fill up your pipeline with some leads that come from the very hot market. We normally, there are three type of audience. One is cold audience, another is warm audience, and the third one is hot audience. So people that already know you, so they are like warm audience. So once they know you, they read your offer, and once they click on your offer and they have a call with you, so they become like hot audience. And normally some of them, if they are the right fit, so they can convert into a customer.
So like, for instance, a good example, I know some of you are in the cosmetic and beauty product and skincare product. For instance, if you do have female, women in your circle that you're interested in targeting, you can reach out to them by trying to present what the problem that they may have and what solution you can present to the product. And then you say, oh, if this is really you, and if you're really interested in trying this product, why don't you book a session with me? And then you can, for instance, send her in this case some samples and book a Zoom session where you really teach her how to use the product. And you say, how is it going for you? Try this sample and tell, this is a very good hook for you to build this network. And then the next thing you know, this person, if she really likes the product and she's like, oh my God, this is perfect for me, then she's going to turn into not only a client who buys your product, but also somebody who goes out there and say, well, you know what, ever since I tried product X, Y, and Z, I'm really, my skin is better, I'm feeling younger. Of course, women, they always want to feel younger with less wrinkles and looking fresh, and after not sleeping all night, taking care of kids and stuff like that. So these are the things that you need to really address. You look tired because you are raising kids and going to school and doing this, or these are the problems. And then I'm offering you this product or this diet or this whatever it is. It will make you feel better, it will improve your look, it'll improve your energy, and then let me show you how. So these are very simple steps that you can actually do to really engage this one person that knows you, that can become, can kind of clone and multiply in the market, because you are doing all these steps and you are building this value added, and then you are jumping into the sell.
And the best strategy to attract any of the customer, they already know you, like you need to come up with hook, story and offer.
Yeah,
hook,
a hook.
Story and offer. Like the hook is like if you are just standing in the Times Square, there are a lot of people. So you need to do something very attractive to get attention from the people. So your banner should be very good, or your headline should be very attractive. So once people can read it, so they become interested in it. So the hook should be very, very like attractive to attract people. And then you will tell the story on the offer page. And then there is the offer button.
Yeah, and the hook, think about it this way. It's either getting people away from pain or taking them towards joy. Because the human nature, they try to do these two things. Either we are trying to avoid pain, or we're trying to bring more joy. That's what it is. So if you don't understand these fundamentals, then whenever you create your hook or you create your sales page, you need to target these aspects. So grassroots launch an application funnel. Again, these are like step-by-step things that you need to do, from the step one to the opt-in. I think I'm going to let Arshad talk about this because it's really his area of expertise.
Yeah. So the first step is like normally we create an opt-in page. We can call it a lead magnet, where you can attract people to it. And how we can do that? We can write a hook on the Facebook page or in our post, book, story, and offer. And normally we provide a link. So once they click on that link, they come to a landing page. We call it an opt-in page where they can provide you their name, email, phone number, and they become your lead. So then you can also design your email sequence in order to nurture them. And also on the sales page, you have all the testimonials as well. And they will then they will fill out some application form where you can ask them some questions in order to understand your customer in advance. So once they are able to talk, so then you have some data to talk about it. So then you can offer them solution accordingly by asking those questions in advance. That's why we call it application funnel, because we ask some question in advance. I'm really sorry, my throat is a bit, I don't know what is happening, but sometimes my voice goes down. So I'm really sorry for that. So normally once they fill out the application form, so they book a call, and once they book a call, so then you can talk one-to-one with them, and then you can ask them one bunch of questions to understand like their current state. And then once you understand their current state, then you can resonate with your solution. So it will be like the future state for them. So the current, how they can convert their current state into the future state because of your solution or product, and that's how they can buy from you. So that's, and yeah.
All right. So the next model is a webinar. So webinar is something that I have an extensive experience with, just because the nature of my career has put me in situations where I had given, I don't even know how many webinars. And my webinars were actually more focused on training leaders, directors, managers, on leadership and management. That was really my specialty. So looking into it, that in entrepreneurship, a webinar can be an amazing tool really to add value again, because you are conveying skills, you are conveying value, you are conveying expertise that you're sharing with the world. And then, you know, it's scalable. You know, you need to create a webinar about a topic of your interest, and then you record it, and then you can create a series of webinars that can turn into a coursework that can go into something as teachable.com or another platform. And then next thing you know, you're building this asset that people log in with just a membership fee or a yearly fee or something like that. And then it generates, you know, ongoing income. So you can think about it that way. So webinars are a really, really good tool to add in value and monetizing on your expertise. They're not really difficult to do as long as you have a very nice topic and you are knowledgeable of it. Very simple, very easy going. And then again, all you need to do is follow the steps that Arshad is going to talk about in terms of promoting the webinar.
Like a webinar is a salesperson who can work for you 24 hours. For example, if you present your offer in a webinar form in 60 or 90 minutes, so then you can record that webinar and then you can put it on the page once. So it can be an auto webinar, like it can be automatically play that webinar if you do the auto webinar. But if you want to have a live webinar, so every time you need to come up with on this specific time to present that offer. But normally in the industry, people normally record a webinar once, and then they always improve, like where the people are converting, like normally 2% converting, 3%, 5%. So by understanding those webinar data, normally they optimize their webinars. So then like the first step is you have to create your irresistible offer, which we already talked about it. And then you have to script and build your webinar presentation. Like first you need to write a script form. A great sales copy is like writing a sales letter. But once you write that, you can present that to your audience, and then you can build a webinar funnel where you can attract people, where they can give you their email and phone number, and so they register for the webinar as a lead magnet. So once they give you their email and phone number, so they can get emails from you automatically, like when the webinar will be happening and what will be offering in that webinar. So then you can nurture them. You can in advance you give some value to your audience, and then once they are deciding to join your offer, so then you will give them the order page, and normally they buy your offer from that page. Go to the next page. So the first step is the webinar registration, which is a lead magnet, where you can get their email and phone number, and then you can give a confirmation email or send them a text message as well. And then the email sequence to them before the webinar, like on that specific date, the webinar will be happening. And then you can send them in advance, like the engagement video 1, engagement video 2, engagement video 3, so they can understand like what value they are going to get in the webinar. So then you can present your offer in the webinar. Then you have the order form, they go to the order form, and then once they buy the offer, so then you can connect them to the member area where they can see all the course content, or you can connect them to a Facebook group directly, or you can give them their onboarding process.
Yeah, and here's a good example. It's exactly what we're doing. You know, like we have this content that we're delivering. For instance, I think the best way, you know, because being a practitioner, you see it live, you see it happening, and that's really, you know, how you learn. If I do, you know, I understand and I can apply that. So a good example is pretty much what we are doing right now. So Arshad and I put this challenge. We did not pay for any advertisement or anything like that. So we just use grassroots marketing. And alhamdulillah, we created this content that we delivered on 7 days. So now this content that is recorded is going to turn into a series of webinars that are recorded, and we're going to be probably reworking a little bit the recordings in a way that we are going to squeeze them into 30 minutes time frame, because an hour is kind of a little too long for a membership platform. So then we're going to re-record them and then create this content and add it to more content that we're going to develop. And then another thing that we are doing is that taking this content and turning it into a book, which I'm going to be talking about in a little bit, that we're hoping to publish in a month or two. So this is the idea, that really think about how you create content and reach out, and then whether it's paid or free, that doesn't really matter, because you're still creating the content, you're still giving value. And alhamdulillah, for us Muslim, we get paid one way or the other, if by money or by ajr. So we get a reward one way or the other. So we don't feel like, oh my God, I'm doing all this stuff for free and nothing is coming back. No, a lot is coming back. And you have to focus on what else can you do with this content that you're creating. One, you have to assess it and improve it. And then two, you repurpose it. Everything you do in life can find a tunnel and a funnel and a pathway where you can actually get your name out there, become knowledgeable of the matter, and then be known as an expert about a certain topic, especially when you're doing these kind of webinars that you're recording and publishing. People will gonna know you. So I'm just giving you an example here because I don't want you to think in the abstract way. And I go back to saying, in theory, there is no difference between theory and practice, but in practice there is. So if we're sitting here and giving you a lecture about, oh, do a webinar, repurpose the content, and then we are just doing it like academic, like in academia, you know, in academia, for instance, you go to business school or any school, you sit and you're listening and listening and listening, and then the faculty member at the end of the day, they close their little book, turn off their computer, and they go home, and there is no practice. So that's theory. But we're talking here about practitioners. We're people, we're entrepreneurs. We we preach and we do, and we do and we preach, you know. So it's like there is a balance between what we are teaching you are things that we're applying, and then we're going to pick up on things that work, that don't work. We test, we learn, we, you know, we get up and we fall. And that's the life of an entrepreneur. And we look at it all as really, you know, like John Maxwell says in his book, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And we are really learning from these experiences on how to improve ourselves and others and impact. So what we are doing or what we are telling you is also things that we are doing. And we hope you guys can also analyze how we are approaching this business and what we're doing for you to learn from it as well. So I'm going to let Arshad talk now about the launch model number 3, which is affiliate and joint venture launch.
So if you want to scale your offer to the next level, first you have to test your offer in the grassroots level. Then in the second phase, you can test your offer with the paid ads, and then you will analyze how much conversion you are getting. And on the third phase, you have to go to the affiliate or JV launch. So if somebody is promoting your offer, we call it an affiliate. And if you are do some partnership with some another expert, we can call it a JV, joint venture launch. So you can launch your product together with them. So it's like a joint venture launch. So what is the benefit? Recently, I have participated in the KBB Knowledge Business Blueprint by Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins, and I was an affiliate for them. And I have offered that offer to some of my email list, and I got few sales. Like I got 3 sales from it, which is like $3,000. Like they can share 50% of the revenue of the sale. So that is how you can scale it up your offer. So there are a bunch of affiliates with a lot of big email lists. So then you can attract those people towards your offer, and then they will start promoting your offer to their email list. And this is how you can leverage your expertise, and you are getting sales from other people. So then you can share your revenue with them, 40%, 30%, 50%. So it depends how much value they are bringing in.
All right, the launch model number 4 will be the virtual summit model, which really I like this model a lot. And it is a very good start off for a lot of you who have zero expertise out there. You know, you're not known, you don't have an expertise. And it's like, okay, how can I put myself out there and build a follow and build a name and things like that. So the virtual summit actually is an awesome way. It's instant brand positioning. It's list building, and it builds relationship with industry leaders. So what a summit is, if you are interested in a specific topic. So for instance, how to heal through meditation, or there is a topic actually for an abundance summit that I'm interested in doing, is how to attract Allah's abundance. It's specifically for Muslims through hamd, you know, gratitude, giving or something like that. So there was like 3 different topics that I was interested in exploring, but it's about attracting Allah's abundance for the Muslim community. There are tons and tons and tons of summit, and I participated in one, is how to become effective in the telework environment, right? When Corona started, and we called it from work to telework, and then we had like 3 or 4 people on the panel. So this is really awesome, because look around, search, do your market research, find people with a lot of influence and a lot of follow and expertise on the topic, and invite them to be your speaker, right? And now some of them will ask you for, you know, will charge you, others won't charge you. So if you cannot afford to pay a speaker, that's okay. Focus on the ones that you don't have to pay, especially if they have a book coming out, if they have a program coming out, if they have something that they want to market and advertise for, you are giving them that platform to talk about their product as well. So it's a win-win situation, because you are putting your face in a way next to this other person who has more credibility, visibility in the market. And then they're talking about a product or a topic that you are interested in, but they are the experts. So all you need to do is come up with really nice, good questions. And then sometimes you don't even have to ask them any questions. You just say, here is a topic, talk about yourself and talk about, your path and how your journey. And they go on and on and on and on, and it would be hard to stop them. But here's a really, really a cool way to start putting yourself out there, connecting with these leaders of the industry, these experts in the industry, especially when you do not have one. All you have is an interest, a passion for a topic, all right? It does increase revenue and you support a cause. For instance, if I am interested in doing something about racial discrimination and equal rights, I can bring people who speak of the topic or about the topic, and I am supporting my cause because I am giving a voice to these people who have the same mission and the same vision as mine. Again, I go back to saying, knowing who you are is very paramount in your success, because you cannot fake it. You cannot fake it in hope to make it. This is a long journey for you. Entrepreneurship is a long pathway filled with bumps and obstacles and challenges. And you want to make sure that when you start on a path, it's something that you have a very strong why. This is why supporting causes, surrounding yourself with what truly matters to you, is going to make it all worthwhile. Because even in the hardest moment of your life, in the darkest moment of your life, your why is much stronger. And I go back again to being Muslim, alhamdulillah. Our ultimate why is Allah. We are building everything around our desire to please him and to gain ajr and to love him and worship him and love his creation. So this is a big, 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 big why that will always come back and pull you out even where you are feeling down and stressed and worry. Because if you don't have Allah in your heart, at the end of the day, it's really hard for you to keep going. So again, go back to those principles anytime, supporting causes, adding value to people's lives. So that's really important. Now we're going to continue talking about the summit, and here are 5 steps that can guide you. So the first one, of course, is narrow your niche and pick your summit title. Very, very important. I mean, please spend time really crafting that title and the subtitle as well, because that is super, super important. It's like anything you are attracted to buy. If you're not really, if the product or the catchy word, the tagline is not going to be attractive, you most likely will not be interested. So spend time reflecting on the niche, the topic, and then the title. Get your anchor speaker. I mean, do your research out there. Find who people are listening to, who has a big follow, who are influential. And just because people have money doesn't mean that they have influence, like the real type of influence, right? So we want to be connected to anchors and speakers who really, their word and their expertise is respected and followed in the market. And we need, like I said, to approach them and invite them to come speak at your summit, and then make sure you make it easy on them. So keep in mind that these people are super busy. So if you are offering them to come speak at your summit for 20 minutes or so, and you're saying, oh, you know what, you need to market it, you need to do this, you need to do the flyer, the answer is going to be no. But if you tell them, hey, I'm offering you a platform, would love to hear from you. I'm a big fan of yours. I love your work. You're impacting so many lives. I think you're going to add so much value to my audience. And I'll be doing the marketing, I'll be doing everything. So all I'm going to ask you is to show up, talk about the topic. And then if you are interested in talking about your own product, launching your book, or talking about a seminar you have, you're more than welcome to do so. This is a good platform to do. So you have to make it appealing to them to even take the time to come and speak at your summit, because at the end of the day, they truly don't have to. So if they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart, especially those who are doing it for free. They're taking the time, the effort, the energy, but they have to see the value to them as well. As people who are busy, what's the gain for them? Of course, visibility, credibility, influence. And if they have something they want to promote, you can invite them to do that. And then the summit launch marketing, you have to think about the speaker, how you promote them, target their audience as well. So now you're accessing as well their audience, the people who follow them through Facebook ads and social media and things like that. And the next thing you know, you might be attracting some of their some of their customers to becoming yours. Step 4, do Facebook ads. This is where the gold is. You target the speaker's fan, add an image, you create a very nice flyer. Canva.com is wonderful. It's free. You can do a lot of design in there. And I know some of you already have. Add an image, their image, your image, and then, people start associating you. If you have more than one speaker, put all their faces in there, target all of their customers. And this is how you build your authority. Go live on Zoom, record it, compile it. And then, like I said, next thing you know, you can repurpose it through either a podcast or a book. The cover that you see here on the top is actually one of the first designs for the halal business here from this launch that we are moving into a book format. I don't know if there is a podcast for it coming up, just because as I am doing my research about different ways of conveying content, a podcast seemed to me a lot of work in terms of consistent meetings and things like that, that I am not willing to commit right now, because you really have, again, to think about the model, the business model that works for you. Is if a webinar format and a live videos here and there is more your thing, then do it. Is a podcast more of your thing because you don't want to do a webinar, you would rather kind of talk on a microphone and just connect with people like that, that's fine too. But I do not recall exactly the site, but there is actually a test you can take to determine the type of personality you are. And for me, when I did mine, I found out that I was more media, like video, live stuff oriented, just because it is my way of communication. This is where I find myself feeling more comfortable. Other people might be a podcast. Other people might be behind a computer, not even doing the FaceTime. And that's okay. The beautiful thing about this life is we all have different ways of communicating, different ways of reaching out, different ways of adding value. There is no wrong or right. It's just what is perfect, the right thing for you. And that's what you need to spend time figuring out. So now the power of resourcing up, being resourceful, is a choice. Again, we talked about it so many times. Arsha, do you want to say something? You're mute.
We are planning to have a book out of this 7-day challenge, and we will be using this content to have a blog as well, where we will post all the content in a article form, in a blog post. So you will see a lot of articles can come out with this like launch that we have done in 7 days. And we will build a YouTube channel where we will just post all the videos like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and we can make a lot of videos out of this challenge. So we will repurpose this content and we will make some Facebook posts out of it. So we will use this content everywhere. So it's called leverage. Once you do one thing, like you can put efforts one time, but you can use those content and post it everywhere, so you can gain a lot of momentum and a lot of sales out of it.
Yeah, another age group or customers that I'm really, really interested in, and Arshad knows because we had this conversation a number of times, is really focused on young adults, like the teenagers from 15 to 24 years old. Because I believe that once you're in high school, just so much thinking goes on in your brain, and sometimes you don't have the right guidance. And sometimes these kids, they don't even want to go to college. They have no interest in getting education. So what can we do to provide them with a platform where if they're interested in becoming entrepreneurs, they have actually a step-by-step. So think about a project like this. Once this one turns into a book, you take the content and you simplify it and make it more appealing for the teenagers, for instance. Now they're going to have a manual that if they are interested in doing something online and, doing a business online at the age of 18 or 19 years old, they have something to do. So when you think, the reason I'm saying this, not that I'm bragging, it's really not anything. When I say about think, I'm really not bragging. First of all, I do believe strongly that if Allah bless you with things, you need to share that, because it feels like most people just complain constantly about their lives, but when they have good things, they're afraid and they hide. بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. We have to talk about God blessings and God, things that given that He provide for us, because then I hope it's inspiring other people and giving them like a momentum and excitement in their life to want to do the same. And if we really want to build successful Muslim community, we need to tell them that, oh my God, look at all these options that you have in front of you, and you need to find just your voice, your way, your passion, and there is room for everybody to really become successful. So that's why I share all these ideas with you, because I want these ideas to excite you and inspire you, and maybe some of them will resonate really well. So once this content is created in a book, like Arshad said, in a YouTube format, in a blog, in a entrepreneurship for young adults and things like that. So you have something, and then you can really repurpose it to target different population and different age groups and different demographics. And again, the idea is really, really to add value to people at different levels and at different stages in their lives and different age groups as well. Yes.
And we are going to offer you this book for free if you are you take this offer, because we offer you the offer that we present. It will be live till Monday. After Monday, it will be goes down, and we will never offer that offer on that same price that we have offered to you people. And because you are the first, you are seeing everything, and once our book is ready, you will get that book for free, and all the upcoming content that we are creating, hopefully it will be very valuable content. So you will get that with that offer that we already present to you.
So
So
see how he's making it even more uncomfortable, more day after day on me. It's like, oh, let's give them the free book. Yeah, so definitely fine with me. I think it's a great idea, because like I said, once the content is created, anybody who has joined our mastermind club and they are willing to work with us for a whole year, and you guys have seen all the perks that you're getting in there. I mean, in fact, I can just go quickly over it here. Let me see this. So we can go quickly over the offer again. Everything that you guys have, it's listed here, from 2-copy funnel paste, and then monthly training, new full training course. Sorry, I have a hard time seeing the words right now. So all of this is offered in the package. As you can see, it's really extensive. And then you go here with the breakdown, what each category is about. And then you have access to this like for a whole an entire year. And it's just exponential growth, just being able to be around this environment and this culture. I personally am in three different masterminds that I joined, and the fourth one is coming. Just to tell you that there is a lot of value when you surround yourself with people who help you grow. So this is a lot of things valued at $13,000, $387, and we're offering it for $49 a month or $299 a year, which is really a lot with the money back guarantee. So those of you who will join us, inshallah, in this venture and join our club will also get, according to Arshad, a free book that we are working on that has all this content and inshallah and more. Again, going back to joining mastermind groups and things of that sort, you need to be resourceful. To be able to go from where you are to where you don't want to be. The jump is really steep sometimes, so you have to have people on your corner that can help you do that. And then benefit of having a coach. Honestly, I don't think I can go through life again without a coach. I'm going to always relying on coaches, because that's how you grow. It saves you time and money. because it gives you vision. These people have done it, have been there, and they know the process, right? It's breakthroughs, you know, like there are sometimes things that you don't even know about yourself, and this person come in and help you, you know, go through all those thinking processes, and it's like, oh my God, the light bulb goes off and you finally get it, you know, something that would have taken you years and years to figure out. And working with a coach who really can challenge you in asking yourself the right questions, because really you don't learn from just information, you learn from being asked the right questions. I remember the first time somebody asked me about what is it that you're passionate about, or what is your why. Oh my God, you know, it took me a really long time to even figure out, just because, you know, nobody, I mean, I have 3 master's degrees, so clearly I've been in education my entire life. So the learning process, it's like a cycle that I lived in for forever. But no one really had asked me, what is your why are you doing what you're doing, what is it that you're really passionate about, what is your legacy, what do you want to be remembered by when you die and you're no longer in this life. So when you have a coach, those are the questions that you will be asked, and you will see that it will impact not only your business but also in your life, because it's all the wheel of life, it's all even out. You know, if you look at the wheel of life, it all comes to the core, and your heart and your mind and your soul are in the core of that wheel of life. So the questions you will be answering in your business, you can also answer in your life. You can also answer about your health, and that's how you have your breakthroughs in really learning more about yourself. And then the sense of accountability, you know, I mean, awesome, we go through life and we do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it, but with a coach, you're accountable. You're accountable for what you need to do. There is a commitment, there is a plan, there is goals you need to achieve. And then weekly or monthly, you meet with that coach, and it's like, okay, what have you done? Oh, sorry, I didn't have the time. Why is that? Why is that? So then you really become accountable and disciplined. And that's how, you know, what you need to become successful. And then, of course, community. You meet a coach from here, and then you meet a mentor from there, and the next thing you know, you are connecting with the community they have. And before you knew it, there is a sense of this brotherhood and sisterhood that we are trying to create also through our Facebook group. Because when people come with the same motivation, the same passion, they tend really to excite each other and bring that, you know, momentum and excitement that, oh, it's feasible. And then somebody share their pain, some other person share their successes, and that's how you grow, and that's how you learn, and that's how you get results faster. So do not undermine the benefit and the importance of having a coach that help you. Even sometimes when you have kind of anxiety attack or a panic attack, it's like, oh my God, I launched this product, or I have a webinar tomorrow and I'm feeling my heart pumping, my blood is not circulating, I think I'm gonna die and I don't think I can do it. And you have these anxieties, you call your coach or your mentor, and they help you talk things down. And the next thing you know, you start doing some breathing exercises, which I do quite a bit, and help you really refocus and center. You get into your state of power, and then you're pumped, and you go back and you perform. And this is not a new thing. I mean, it's just what you need to do to be successful. So fast action sheet now. The challenge is decide which launch model that you are going to use if you're interested in doing that. What resources do you need to guarantee that you are achieving your vision fast? And I think that we have Arshad will be uploading the sheets shortly here.
I
And
already uploaded.
you already have, thank you for that. And so these are like just the things you need to think about. Try to launch something. And then when I say try to launch something, if you're not doing it like at a wider scale, that's okay as well. You know, you can also kind of create a small group. If you're comfortable with just like the Muslim women community, that's fine. Like if you are in a service or product oriented, try to bring like 4 or 5 people, do like a Zoom call with them, teach them something, and then take that content. We are all at different levels, and that's okay. We don't have to do all the same stuff. The most important thing that I will never emphasize enough on is know yourself, know your heart, know your growth, know your why. Once you figure out all these things, everything falls in place, and you will find yourself moving in a direction that is aligned with who you are and that Allah has intended to you. You know how many times we get ourselves in things that we do that we are like, oh my God, I want to do this and I want to do that. And then something inside is telling you, this is not for you. You know, listen to that, you know, make istikhara, make dua, ask Allah to always guide you, to really find you or show you the way that He intended for you to be. And then you will be surprised once you find that little je ne sais quoi, like we say, the right thing for you, the path that Allah wants you to be on, and that is so aligned with your values and who you are. It just flows. It's really effortless. It doesn't mean that you don't do hard work, you know, but it just feels natural, a natural process of your life, your growth, a natural process of where you want to be and where you're heading, and tune into that feeling and that emotion, inshallah, and you will grow. And do not forget ever, ever, ever to always keep Allah, put your trust in faith in Allah and ask Him. I mean, I can never emphasize enough on this. And I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I have like little thing in my heart, and I turn that fear, I turn that anxiety, I turn that worry into dua, into prayer. And I just keep on reciting Quran and asking Allah to guide me and show me the way. And before you know it, I have found peace and serenity, and I just keep on doing what I do, because at the end of the day, pleasing Allah comes first. So I will end here. If you guys have any questions, Arshad, do you have anything else to add?
Yes, last I want to share a story. There is a picnic spot. A lot of people are gathered there, and there is a small river, and one of the little kids get down on that river, and she starts crying, save my life, save my life. And nobody is there to save her life. And there is one guy who jumps in and go there, swim, and bring that, grab that girl and bring it back. Everybody is they are clapping for that guy. Like, you are amazing, you are our hero, you have done a great job. So then he turned around and asked everyone, just tell me who pushes me towards the river. That guy didn't know how to swim. So the same case in our case, I didn't deliver any content live before on Zoom. So it was a very uncomfortable situation for me. I didn't done anything like that before. So, but I have jumped, and we both together have jumped, and now
I pushed him too.
Yeah, and now I'm learning, and every day,
Alhamdulillah.
yeah, so it's an uncomfortable situation for me, but I'm growing and I'm learning every day. So you have to take action, you have to take a decision for your life to go to the next level. Thank you.
All right, good message there. Yeah, so just do it, like Nike. You know, like Nike has a slogan, just do it. You know, it's like sometimes we think and overthink, and really life is going by. The time that goes by today is not gonna, you can never go back in, you know, and redo things. So sometimes, like I said, put your trust and faith in Allah, have good intentions, and then jump in. It does not even have to be perfect, because you will learn as you go. And whatever, you know, if it's not perfect today, you mess up something, it's okay. Just have a laugh at it, learn from it, and move on. And that's how you do it, because if you wait and wait and wait, nothing is going to happen. So that's why
done beat perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Done beat perfect. And that's why we're inviting you to, you know, to join us, to work with us, become in Arshad and Shaba mastermind club. Inshallah, we will be here in your corner and grow together. And we're offering you a lot of value, and according to Arshad, my book as well. So we'll give it all for you guys, and then we'll grow together and add value to you, inshallah. And thank you again for tuning in, for taking the time to be here with us. We don't take it for granted. We appreciate you being with us here. It's motivating and it's inspiring us to do more for the community, inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.